What am I talking about here? I'm talking about how I got tricked by Amazon and Superman. And I want to take you through the whole experience here. So we're going to talk about this, of course, talking about the Amazon early showing for Superman, which, by the way, I did get tickets to. I'm excited. I'm going to see Superman early, but at what cost? $25 a ticket, actually. We're going to get into it. I want to explain this whole thing because this is funny, man. I got to give some flowers here. I got to say, game is game. They are really doing something kind of unique here. And I got caught up in it. I got absolutely tricked. I want to explain what's happening here. So I saw this very early in the morning, okay? I forget how early. You know, it was super early in the morning. It was while I was having my first cup of coffee, okay? Which, as a rule, I don't like to make purchases before I've had my first cup of coffee. That's a rule. It's a pretty good rule, okay? If I fucked up this time. Luis Fernando says, it's here! To promote its Superman early screenings perk for Prime subscribers, Amazon Prime has released a truly emotional teaser that any true Superman fan surely will relate with. Those early screenings happen on July 8th, 7 p.m. Okay, so I see this. Okay, I see this. And I get really excited. Okay, I watched the trailer. It's really good. Let's watch it together real quick because I need to set the table. You need to understand how all of my strings were played.
This isn't just for Superman! Bye now! Whoa!
Prime members, see Superman early in select theaters July 8th.
I mean, come on, man. That was good. It's nostalgic. It's heartwarming. The kid was great in it. And then, yeah. So I see this very early on. Again, I want to be clear. Before my first cup of coffee. Man, I got swept up in the hype. Okay, and so I moved at lightning speed, and I clicked the link, and I found a showing near me. By the way, none, obviously, where I live in a small town, right? So I don't like human beings and shit, so I like live in a small... there was nothing around me, so I checked out Pittsburgh. I found a showing in Pittsburgh. When by the time I got in there, the theater was damn near sold out. And I was like, I gotta get these tickets before they're sold out. And so I went into the thing and I bought the 2 tickets. And then I looked at it, I was like, $50, that's kind of cool. Whatever, we fucking made the purchase. And then I sat back. Okay, I felt good about it. I felt happy. I felt excited. I started to think... a little bit here, okay? And I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so why did I have to click through a Amazon Prime confirmation link thing? I was like, okay, that was a little weird. I don't what's that about? And then, I was thinking about it and I was like, wait a minute, $25. $25 a ticket? Like, and again, I don't live in a big town. I don't live in a big market, right? But tickets ain't $25 where I'm at. And even in Pittsburgh, I don't think they're $25. Even an IMAX ticket in Pittsburgh is probably like, I don't know, $17, $18 or something like that. So I started to think about this a little bit. And I was like, wait a minute. What did I just do here? Okay. And I think the truth is a lot of people did this, obviously. And when you looked at the theater, it was almost sold out. That's like a whole bunch of people doing there and paying a shit ton of money for this thing. And so it's not free. As far as I can tell, it's not a reduced cost. As far as I can tell, you don't get anything extra. It's a movie I was going to see regardless. And so I started to like think about it a little bit more, and I was like, God damn it, they fucking bamboozled me, man. They literally bamboozled me. And if you think about what they're really trying to do here, right? Think about what they're really trying to do. They're trying to get a bunch of ticket sales for this thing to boost the initial opening of this thing, to try to create hype and try to get people out there. It rings a little bit similar to what they did with the Fantastic Four, or rather with the Thunderbolts, when they had that screening a couple of weeks before, dropped the big spoilers. They did do the same thing recently with Fantastic Four, right? Trying to get that Doctor Doom post-credit scene rumor out there. And so I think I just got tricked into paying extra to see a movie early that I was going to see regardless, thereby actually playing right into their hands and marketing this thing and helping to boost the box office of the initial weekend. Now, here's the thing. I still feel good about it somehow, okay? I still feel, honestly, y'all ever seen that Red Letter Media meme? The Nerd Crew? I mean, I was basically the fucking Nerd Crew. You know what I mean? Like, I'm basically the Nerd Crew, and somehow, some way, I'm still actually excited to check it out. And I'm excited to go see it. I'm going to probably make content around it or whatever. And I think, you probably got to say hats off to them. And they fucking got me, and they probably got a lot of other people too. And at the end of the day, game is game, right? Like this, I do feel a little weird about it. I do feel like there was a FOMO, there was a rush, there was the idea of exclusivity, all these different things, and then you take a step back and you're like, wait a goddamn minute here. Jeff Bezos! Gun! You fuckers! You got me, man. You got me, and I think you got a whole bunch of other people too. So game is game, and I think it's pretty smart. A couple other things I want to say about this too. It feels very similar to what Fantastic Four did by putting its pre-sale tickets so early, bruh. Okay? And it just seems like, it honestly seems like, just hear me out on this, okay? It feels like both of these films looked at the competition of the July. Both of these films looked at what they needed to do. Both of these films were like, ooh. And it feels like both of these films were like, we need to find a way to break out of the traditional windows of how things would go here. With Fantastic Four, they did that trailer and the pre-sales way early, bro. They did pre-sales before Superman. They come out 2 weeks after Superman. Okay, but I think if you look at what Marvel did, they had a screening in Long Beach, made news, popped. The Doom thing was real. Obviously, the screening information there was a little bit like mixed. Like people were like, "Oh, it's mid" and shit like that. And then somebody's like, "Somebody yelled it was mid at Kevin Feige and he cried." And then, of course, that's not necessarily true, right? But point being, they do this public screening, they create the buzz, then they have tickets go on sale the next week. It's pretty smart. And again, it's a way to get outside of the normal window for how this consumer behavior would happen. They did not want people to have already made their Superman purchases. And they did not want people to then go to make their Fantastic Four purchases and be like, I don't know, I'm going to see Superman. Maybe I don't need to see Fantastic Four. They wanted you to be like, bro, everybody's talking about this Fantastic Four movie. Oh my God, I need to get my tickets. It worked. It's a trick. It's a trick. It's sleight of hand. It's good marketing, right? But it's a trick. And it feels like Superman's doing the same thing. Superman's kind of like, I'm a little worried about that Jurassic World movie. What if we actually had a whole bunch of our screenings for this movie? Because I'm guaranteeing, I shouldn't guarantee, but it feels like obviously this is going to be preview night, right? All of that's going to be lumped into preview night, obviously, for the box office, right? So they were like, dude, let's sell a bunch of tickets, create FOMO 2 weeks before that shit even happens. It's like everybody's fucking breaking the rules, finding ways to get hype and to get ticket sales outside of the normal window where this behavior normally occurs. Is what I'm saying making sense to you? So again, it's like, damn, like, bro, there and also too, man, like, dude, that's kind of the way of the world. I think that's where things are going. You know, there was a period of time within the last 4 years for sure, maybe even longer, where the studios seemed wildly out of touch with how internet conversations and internet traffic worked, right? I know for sure that over the past couple of years, some of the big viral things you think happened organically on like social media were actually engineered. Some of them by the studios, some of them by advertisers and marketers and like really smart people. So like what I'm saying to you is they're starting to catch up. They're starting to catch up. And it feels like you're going to get a lot more sophisticated viral marketing techniques or ways to create buzz and hype and get numbers. Like, bro, we are now in a new era, and with AI and how that's going to change the tech moving forward, like, damn, dude, it's getting really crazy. But I mean, this seems to have worked. Superman's trending. I think that trailer's great. My shit sold out. I would assume a lot of the other shit sold out. You're gonna get a big pop of buzz then. All those numbers are gonna go in a preview night. It is cushioned away from Jurassic in a way, right? Game is game. Game is game. This fucking guy, man, I continue to say, this guy that they hired, the ex-Disney guy that came in to do the marketing here, worth his weight in gold. These are, if this is his brainchild, if some of the other things we've seen are his brainchild, worth his weight in gold, man. Incredible stuff that is happening here. And again, I'm a guy that literally got. They fucking tricked me, dude. And yet I'm still there. I'm still going to go see it. I'm still talking about it with you here. I'm tweeting about it. Like, I'm playing right into their hands, even though I see behind the curtain. Pretty crazy stuff. Pretty interesting. So I would say kudos to the Superman team. W. Also, yeah, I'm going to watch it. I don't think we're under embargo or anything, so I'll make content about it after I go to see it. And we'll just see, man. We had heard, and we spoke to this, earlier this week, but also last week. Superman's budget of marketing is rumored to be $200 million, maybe more. Okay, so Superman and DC and Warner's, they're bringing out the big guns with Superman, dude. Like, they're bringing out the big guns, and they're fucking guns of the Navarone. Like, they are launching some serious firepower at this movie. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how it works. I would assume it will work. To the degree to which it affects the box office is yet to be seen. But I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, what are you feeling out there in the air? Like, what did you see some stuff? Did you buy the tickets? I really feel like this thing's headed to $1 billion. I feel like this thing's headed to $1 billion. You know, and maybe that's all the marketing, and the marketing's just meant to make you feel like that, so that there's social proof, so that everybody feels like they need to go do it. Again, though, that's just the game. Game is game. So if that's what it is, they're doing a great job, because it feels like Superman is an event. It feels like everybody's talking about Superman. It feels like everybody's going to go see Superman. This is crazy. So I don't know. Would love to know what y'all think about this. Thanks for watching, and if you like this clip, smash a like on the actual video and subscribe to this channel. That way more of these clips get into your feed. I've also linked the full episode below if you want to check out the entire thing, including the Q&A we do with fans. You can also watch this show live. We do it live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And you can also find all of my content, including the videos I put on my main YouTube channel, on the podcast feed.